Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTV. Now I'm pleased to be joined by Mahdi from NorthTelecom. Mahdi, pleased that you could join us. The last time we spoke was in Singapore when you were talking about your investment in Asia. How's that going?
Well, first of all, thank you very much, Richard. It is good to see you here again in IBC. In Asia, we are doing very well. Honestly speaking, we started like about a year back, and we are investing in like infrastructures first in Asia. We are doing very well. We right now we actually in 3 months' time we have our facility, our uplink facility in Asia. We're gonna have it fully operational, and we are really excited to have this facility in Asia, because it is like for us it would be somehow like to expand and extend our reach, from Middle East and in Europe all the way to the east part of the world. Singapore, of course, everybody knows is a very strategic locations, in Asia Pacific, and we are aiming to actually to serve to all the APAC regions, through the Singapore office. But it doesn't mean we want to really to be very much centralized inside Singapore. Singapore is like somehow is an office, like supporting the Asia Pacific region. We have a lot of opportunity, a lot of emerging market in Asia. We are talking about the huge market in Indonesia, in Malaysia, in Philippines. There are a lot of like couple of hundred small islands in the Pacific Oceans, and yeah, it's a great opportunity, for us.
Now the satellite sector is facing challenges. What do you think about that? What are the challenges that you see going forward?
For the time being, I believe the main challenge for all of us in the satellite industry, at least in the commercial satellite industry, is our supply capacity. The things is since like some years back, I would say like 2011, 2010, like we were witnessing huge investments from satellite operators and some other party, like to bring more capacity into the market. And I truly believe it was a very right movement. Right now we got those capacity in the market, but the main challenge is how we want to transform those capacity, which is I would say is a raw material somehow, for us to serve it to the underdevelopment somehow market is one of the verticals. I believe for the time being, at least short terms, like to mid-terms, the main challenge is like, okay, we have all these raw materials, and how we want to transform these raw materials to the product somehow for our industry, which is the commercial satellite industry, and somehow, like I from my standpoint of view, I would say like we really need a little bit investment right now. I mean, we did a huge investment when I'm talking we, meaning that the industry itself, like a couple of years back for supply part. I believe right now somebody needs to come with some idea and do some sort of investment in the demand creation. Perhaps finding some new application into the bringing the new application into the satellite market. We should not be that much, let's say, somehow dependent to a legacy type of verticals. Like I would say like oil and gas. Oil and gas used to be the mainstream of the commercial satellite market, and we see, what is happening in the oil and gas market. We guys in the satellite industry, we're gonna be suffer, out of these fluctuations in the oil and gas market. Definitely, I mean, if something happened with the world economy, we are the part of the world economy, is no doubt about it, But what I'm trying to say is like, okay, it's good to have some investment on the demand part as well. We did a lot of investment in the supply part. I believe down the road, perhaps in a couple of next years, we really need to concentrate on the demand creation. At least to get these raw materials, into the market, like make this raw material something like do the production somehow, I put it this way.
Now, you mentioned the vertical sectors.
Yeah.
Some are suffering, some are booming, some are in the middle. What are you proposing to focus on over the next 12 to 24 months?
Actually, one of the movements which NorthTelecom is doing right now is like we are investing on the mobility. Like when I'm talking about the mobility, I'm talking about everything from, let's say, aero, the marine, like basically could be like a train, whatever we consider as a mobility. I truly believe mobility is a very, very huge potential. It's like somehow is an untapped sectors for satellite industry. And somehow when we are talking about the mobility type of applications, when I'm talking about meaning that the satellite type of connectivity is the only way to address this kind of the connectivity, because the satellite market used to serve a lot of connectivity and applications to the fixed and land type of the connectivity. And the things, I don't want to say a problem, but it's a trend, like, okay, the fiber optic arrived, other tools and means of the communication arrive, like as a substitute. They are much cost effective, they are much somehow, like reliable than satellite connectivity, technically. And the consumer has been decided to replace them, like do not use the satellite connectivity, go for those kind of the connectivity, But when we are talking about the mobility, like aero, like it's a very new concept, How many airlines they really, in reality, they are right now offering and proposing the really high throughput type of connectivity, so-called broadband connectivity, real broadband connectivity to the passengers and to the crew. It is a huge potential because the aviation market itself, is like booming. Like every region, they like to invest on aviations more. You see more. Basically, airliners, they are, like ordering more airplanes whatsoever, and all these airplanes need to be somehow equipped. People, they are really demanding the connectivity. They don't want to be in the cage even for the six hours or 7 hours. They want to use all these means of the communication. Social media, like all and everything. And it is a huge opportunity for us. We have to move. We somehow we really need to set our basically compass somehow, to invest on mobility, make it like cost effective, make it like user friendly for eventually for our clients or for our customers, our partners, which could be airliners, different type of the clients, private jets, commercial jets, all and everything is one of the sectors. Okay, maritime is like quite long time is in the market, but still there are huge opportunity, like moving from like narrowband connectivity to the broadband connectivity, in general, mobility is a future from my standpoint.
You made a huge investment in Asia. Where's the next huge investment?
We are aiming to go global. I believe the next plan for us in midterm, I would say like 24 to 48 months, next 24 to 48 months, I would say like in next 1 to 2 years would be like North America, we just to complete the loop somehow, and to really go global, Right now we are in Europe, we are in Middle East, we are in Asia, and we are very well connected. We are investing to enhance all these basically infrastructures and the facility somehow, But as I said, in next 48 months, we are really aiming to launch our infrastructure somehow, in North America. Yeah.
Mahdi, thank you very much.
Thank you very much as well.